I understand that you're in a very tough position because you're very progressive, and some of your incumbents are not. They're just not, right? And so you got to support, as the deputy chair, you got to support the DNC, and you got to support folks. And I don't know how they come out on primaries. Actually, look. I get that you're policy-wise, you're trying to push them in the right direction,
right,
the best you can. So let me just focus a little bit more on the primary issue. As a matter of policy at the DNC, if there is a primary between a Democratic incumbent and a Democrat who's challenging them in a primary, do you guys take sides? Do you support the incumbent, or do you just say, hey, we support them equally and good luck to both of them?
The latter. We got to stay out of that. We cannot get in a primary, not for an incumbent, not for anybody. And let me just tell you this: as a politician, as somebody who stands for election, and I'm an incumbent, I always tell people, folks aren't trying to insult you by filing in a race that you hold a seat in. This is a chance for you to tell everybody what a great job you've been doing. This is a chance for you to run and to reestablish why you should win. So don't look at some Democrat running against you as some horrible thing. Look at it as a chance for you to say, hey, y'all, look at my report card. I've been getting good marks. Re-elect me. So we need an attitudinal change about that. I got to admit to you, Jake, I've talked to a lot of friends who said, can you believe that guy filed against me? I'm like, yeah, so what? If you're doing a good job and you're telling your story, you're gonna beat him. You're probably gonna beat him anyway. But don't be afraid to win your seat. It's important. And I would say to anybody, losing an election is no dishonor. You're right. It's really not. If you take a position, principled position that you believe in and is going to help people and is good for our country, upholding our Constitution, and as a result of that vote you lose, well, then there's a lot of things out here to do. But don't ever sell yourself out, because you may lose your election anyway. And now you've lost your election and you voted against your own conscience, which is a double whammy. So that's kind of how I feel about it, man. The DNC, as long as I'm around, will never be involved in getting in the middle of primaries. But then there's the pragmatic situation too. You got some folks who, if we lose that seat, if that person loses that primary, are they going to lose that seat? Which is kind of a scary proposition, because at the end of the day, we got to have somebody. We got to have majority. So it's not what you're asking me is not an easy call, right? It is a tough call, but we tell people to run hard, stay close to your constituents, look after your people, put them first, and then after that, you've done all you can do.
But as you said earlier,